Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back. And look what I got. I got an order from Tackle Warehouse. I am very excited to show you guys what's in this box. So we're going to dive right in and we're going to show you what I got. Alright everybody, we are back and I got my Tackle Warehouse box. I'm very excited about this. I ordered a bunch of baits. This is stuff that I've been wanting to use. I'm going to show you guys kind of what I'm using this summer. Some different baits that I'm going to be throwing and some baits that I normally throw all the time, but they're just from a different place. So let's just dive right in the box and see what we got. So if you guys don't know, Tackle Warehouse is an online place where you can order baits, rods, reels, all kinds of fishing gear, all kinds of stuff. So if you haven't checked them out, check them out. And no, I'm not sponsored by them. I just love getting gear from there because they have a lot of stuff and it's a one-stop shop place. And if you order $50 or more, you get free shipping. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to spend $50 or more. If you're a guy like me, $50 is nothing to spend. You usually spend $100 or $200 when you're ordering. So anyway, we're going to dive right in. Now, some of these baits, because I fish on some places that are very heavily pressured, I have to downsize my baits to catch the bigger fish. And by doing that, it's really worked. And it also catches me numbers. So there's days where I'd rather just have a good numbers day than to just catch 1 or 2 big fish. I mean, because I just really enjoy catching fish. And then for you guys, I like showing you guys what's going to put fish in the boat. So that's kind of more my thing. Even though I try to target bigger fish, I'm just targeting fish to get fish in the boat and just have a good day out there on the water. So the first thing we're going to talk about is a company that you guys know I use and that I like a lot. We're going to talk about 6th Sense. If you guys haven't checked them out, you really need to do. But I ordered a few more baits from them. I love their stuff. I mean, just phenomenal baits, great hookups. They put really good hooks out the gate on their thing, so you don't have to change anything. You just take it out of the box and start fishing it. But I picked up a few of those, and then I picked up some jerk baits and stuff like that, but not such big jerk baits like I do throw sometimes. They're actually smaller ones. So we're going to show that, and I got some soft plastics and stuff to talk about. So first thing, we're going to show you some 6th Sense baits. And the first one I'm going to show you, this is a Crush 50. This is one of their crawl patterns. I'm not sure which one this is called. So you'll have to look it up, but anyway, check that bad boy out. That is sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. This is a Crush 50. This isn't the Crush 50X. This is the silent, so it's the Crush 50S. Sometimes you want to throw them, especially in sometimes clearer water and stuff, throwing ones that are silent versus rattling is better, or when the fish are finicky. So I always have kind of a mixture of silent and ones with rattles, but I really just love this crawl. I think it looks awesome, and I think it's going to get hammered, and I think some smallies are going to tear that up too. So that's the first 6th Sense I got. Then the next one I got is a crop one. Now I have this is the 50, this is a Crush 50S as well. I do have the X with the rattling one, but I wanted one that wasn't rattling as well, and that's the crappie one. So that's the Crush 50 as well. So you guys can see that. Freaking awesome baits. I love throwing crankbaits. Love throwing crankbaits. Love a crankbait bite. I always have one tied on. I always try one every day. Sometimes they get bit, sometimes they don't. But I will throw them every day of the week. I mean, for some reason, I just like throwing a crankbait. And they don't always want to bite a crankbait. But there's days where when you get on a crankbait bite, it's just on. And sometimes it's early in the morning, and then it dies off. But I just love a good crankbait bite. Can't complain about it. It's just phenomenal. Just awesome. And the next one I got is, this is the Crush 50X. This is in the Gilligan color. I love this color. Love this color. And for you guys don't know Ben Milken from Milken Fishing, this is like his go-to color, and it's called Gilligan because it's named after him. And it's just a super awesome color bait. I've got this in the curve as well as the Crush now, and I wanted it in the curve and the Crush. I just love this bait. I think it's going to get hammered. And you can't go wrong. 6th Sense just makes phenomenal baits. Now the next 6th Sense baits that we got rolling in here is we got some of the I've got the curve. This is the 6th Sense curve, And this is a smaller bait, and it's got the smaller little curved bill. And you guys saw in my other video, I had some other curves. This is another curve. This has got the scale pattern on the back. And these are finesse ones. They dive like 1 to 3 feet. And so far, the ones that I already have caught me a bunch of fish, and they work really well. Love these baits. So if you're fishing across grass or in the ponds where there's a lot of grass and the water's, you know, a little bit shallower and you can't get as deep with a crankbait, these curved ones are the way to go. So if you still want to throw a crank, but you only want to go down 1 to 3 feet, but you want a decent profile, the crushed curves, man, you can't go wrong. 1 to 3 feet, and they hammer them. I've done really well in the pond behind my house with them, and just a really, really great bait. Now, we're going to talk about some jerk baits. I've got some floaters and some suspending ones. Now, the first one I got is a new one. I've never tried it, but it looked really cool, and I want to try it. This is a Sebile Puncher. And this is like a little over 2 inch, almost 3 inch, like 2 3/4 inch jerk bait. Super cool looking. Now this one is actually a suspended bait. But this is really cool. They actually have single hooks that they put on. You can put on these, or trebles. They include both. You have treble hooks on it already, but they include a pack of single hooks. So if you want to change it out to single hooks, you can. So that's really cool. Really good looking bait. I think it's going to do really well. I'm curious to see how it reacts in the water. Excited about that. And then I got a bunch of Rapala stuff, or Rapala, however you want to call it. I can say Rapala, you say Rapala, whatever. The first ones I got are some topwater ones. And these are the original ones. I got a standard one. It's a silver minnow. These are 2 3/4, I think, is what the length of these are. You can throw these on a spinning rod, and just super great bait. This bait has been around for a long, long time. A super long time. They make these in gold and silver, and just a phenomenal, phenomenal bait to catch fish. And this catches big bass as well as small bass. It catches all kinds of stuff. It's a good all-around bait to throw around. If you want to downsize, you know, some of the size of your jerk baits, instead of having 3 hooks, and you want something a little bit smaller to get on them when they're being finicky, great, great bait. And then I got another one in the perch color. Same bait, just in a perch color. These are floating baits, so they actually float to the surface. And the way I like to fish these, I like to cast them out, and then once it lands and stuff, let it sit for a second, and then I'll do a jerk, and then I let it float back to the top, and then I'll do a jerk, and then let it float back to the top, then a jerk, and then let it float back to the top. I like letting it go up, and that's one way I'll fish that technique, is where I'll do a couple jerks and then let it come back to the top, and then do it again, and let it come. A lot of times they'll hammer it as it's floating back up, and they'll just blow it out of the water, and then sometimes they'll hit it once it stops on the bottom. And there's times when I want to work it really fast, where I don't want it to float, where I'm just like jerk, but it's still staying pretty shallow in that column and stuff. So this is another great bait that if you're fishing in ponds that have a lot of grass, and sometimes the grass in areas is touching, and sometimes you have like this much water. That's all you got, between the grass and that. You can fish these jerk baits and still get fish. So really, really great baits. Now the next ones I got are some suspending baits. Same thing. These are about 2 3/4, 2.5 inch baits. I think they're 2 3/4, almost 3 inches. I'll just show one, but this is a suspending bait. It's actually a sinking bait. So when you throw this one on, this is going to get deeper in the column and go down a little deeper, and it's going to stay suspended in the column, which is super nice. It's going to just slowly fall. And that one in silver, and then I got another one in the perch. And I like both these colors. They work really good pretty much anywhere across the country. You're going to fish. They'll catch largemouth, smallmouth, stripers, you name it, you can catch it. You'll catch bluegills, you catch crappie, you catch all kinds of stuff with them. And then one of the last ones I got, this is a little mini crankbait. I just couldn't resist it. It's a little micro Rapala crank. And that thing will get hammered by everything. I mean, bass, largemouth, smallmouth, crappie, you name it, bluegill, sunny, shellcracker, everything eats it. Everything eats it. So if you just want to get on some fish when you're struggling and having a day, and I've had those days where I wasn't catching nothing, I've tied on a little crankbait like this and I started catching fish. So sometimes you got to do that. Now we're going to get into some of the soft plastics. Now I fish, there's a Lake Fork, which is in Texas. There's a company called Lake Fork, which is a bait company, and so they sell a lot of great lures. It's Lake Fork Trophy Lures, and I've been fishing one style of their finesse minnows for a long time, and you guys have seen that pass. Well, now they have a paddle tail one, and so it's the same size bait, but it's in a paddle tail, and I got 3 different colors. So they come in a pack of like 20 or something. There's a bunch of them in there, But these are the Lake Fork minnows, and this is a small paddle tail fishing on a 1/16 ounce. I fished on a 1/16 ounce jig head, and they're freaking phenomenal. And I could only get a couple colors because they were sold out. But all three of these colors I think are going to get bit. I think they're going to do well, and just a really great, awesome finesse bait. For panfish, crappie and stuff, but I've caught big bass on these as well. Big bass I've caught 2 and 3 pounders on these baits, and just they'll hammer these just as much as anything. You'll be surprised how big a fish will eat such a little bait, because it's just a simple, easy little meal for them. They don't have to work at it. They can catch it real quick, and boom, they're on it, and so they'll hammer. And then the last thing I got, you guys know I fish these like, this is the Z-Man Tickler Z's. This is in Houdini color, which is a really great color for rivers and clear water. And then I also got the Z-Man Tickler Z and Copper Chartreuse. And just phenomenal bait. You can't go wrong. Tickler Z's, man, they hammer fish. Hammers. Smallies love them. Largies love them. I mean, I've caught catfish on them. I mean, you just catch everything. Crappie will eat them. Yeah, I mean, this just hammering. If you guys have seen some of my videos, one of my videos I posted, you know, 2 of them, I think, in the past month, I mean, we were fishing Tickler Z's, and that's what we were catching everything on. So you can't go wrong with that stuff. I mean, Z-Man makes phenomenal products. I mean, if you guys look back here, you can see I fish a lot of Z-Man stuff. Z-Man's taken over. I got a lot of Z-Man going on here. I got some Googan bait stuff going on here, and I got some missile baits and some Strike King stuff going on here. And that's kind of my go-tos. I have a whole other wall over there that's got like hard baits and spinner baits and swim baits and stuff on it over there as well. But this is kind of my main 2 soft plastic wall. So that's what I got for you guys. Those are the baits, a lot of the baits that I'm going to be fishing over the summer that I'm going to be using a lot. And I'm actually going to take off right now. I'm going to go down behind the pond, and I'm going to test a bunch of these baits out that I just got to see what I can catch. It is evening time, and the evening bite should be on, and hopefully I can get on a few fish. So that's all I got for you guys for this unboxing of Tackle Warehouse. If you guys haven't checked it out, go check out Tackle Warehouse. Super great place to get a bunch of baits and stuff. They have all kinds of stuff there. I mean, rods, reels, lines, you name it. You know, shirts, apparel. They got it all. Just check out Tackle Warehouse. I order a lot of my stuff from there. It's a great place, and shipping's usually on normal when we're not dealing with all this crazy stuff that's going on. Shipping's pretty quick, so it doesn't take too long to get your stuff. So it's a pretty good place to order stuff from. So that's all I got for you guys. If you guys can do me a favor, hit the like button, the subscribe button, the ding dong button, all those things you got to do for YouTube. Share it, you know, all that good stuff. And then just do yourself a favor. Get out there, get your lines wet, and catch some fish.